I'm sorry about that. Part two of my mega crystal haul from the Jack's Gem show for my birthday. We were still on Rock Belly and I only had one crystal left to show you. I might have made it. I don't know. I didn't want to take a chance. I don't even know if it recorded everything I said. I'll have to go back and look. But it's a piece of rose quartz and it was just such a deep gemmy. I have a lot of very pale rose quartz, but this was just such a deep gemmy piece that I got it, just because I don't really see it that color very often. Then from another vendor, but I don't know their name, I just got from them, and they were there last year, also in the year before, just two large selenite sticks. And then I had seen this heart, and I wasn't going to get it. Once again, I was going to use Great Restraint, and I walked away from it and started looking at another vendor. I think I went over to Rock Belly, and then I see my husband over there buying it. It's a amethyst heart that was just really a pretty. They had a lot of them, but this was the prettiest shape to me, and it's from Uruguay. Sometimes they say and sometimes they don't. Next vendor, I think we only have two more vendors. This is going to be a real quick one. I always go to these people every year. They're also there. It's a woman and her husband, and he wears a kilt. And he's a man that can really pull a kilt off. But anyway, it's called Gaia's Inner Realms. If I could speak, it would be very helpful. If you can't see any of this information and you want to know it, ask me in the comments. I'll be happy to let you know. My husband picked out this. The reason I have so much celestite is because he purchased it for me all the time. Well, he's gotten to where he really appreciates it now. And he saw this piece and he was like, oh, I want that one. And it is. It's a really big, gemmy piece of celestite. And I'm sorry there's a glare coming in. This is just not really ideal, but I think you can see it well enough. And then we also got this from them, and not because it's real amber, because it's not, because it was only like 20 something bucks, and if it was real amber it would be like a couple ones in front of that. And amber is extremely light. It's like a feather, and this is like a resin. It's quite not real heavy, but it's got some weight to it. But I just liked, for display, I liked how it looks like a log on the outside, how they poured it. It's got a rock with a dead, I think this is a wasp, might be a bee. We have beehives, and to me that actually does look like a bee. Sorry. Anyway, I just I saw it and I liked how it curved up like that. I don't know, I just like the way it looked. I'm sorry we have two more vendors, but one only has one piece in it. And maybe we have two more. I'm sorry, I don't know. This is from First Frontier. And I was so ecstatic when I saw this. I hope you can see it. It is exquisite. It is a piece of petrified wood that has been crystallized on the outside. See all those little teeny tiny pieces of crystal just dusted over both sides. Sorry, I'm trying to get it to focus. There we go, I think. Yeah, there we go. And she said it's really hard to find the dark. You can find the light a lot, and I have some light that's covered that I got from Emerson Mines last year, but I had seen a piece of this in our local rock shop. I just love, that's just so rich looking, that chocolate dark. I had seen a piece in our local rock shop that we visit a lot, and it was huge, and it was sitting by the cash register, and it was huge, but it was like $2,000 something, and I was like, well, forget that. So I found a piece that was more affordable. Okay, on to the next vendor is Kelly Johnson. And they may have been there last year if they were, and even if I bought some, I don't remember the name. And we obviously didn't talk to them a lot, because if we made a connection, I would definitely remember them. First up, I thought this was just so cool looking. It is, it's a fossil coral, Raguso coral, Hexagonaria, Devonian period, Azazag, Morocco. I'm sorry, I butchered that, totally butchered it, but I just got this to set on a table or whatever. I thought that it was pretty. It's fossilized coral. I just thought that was so pretty, and I even like the way that the back looks, even though there's really not anything there. I like it. They also had, and my husband saw it, and he said, "Oh my gosh, you got to get that." I love turquoise. I know, what don't I love, but it's very hard. Turquoise has been just about mined out. And to find a piece this large is hard to do. There we go. Isn't it pretty? It looks like he's got a booty there, doesn't it? That's the bottom of it. So anyway, I was stoked to get that. He snatched it up in a hurry. This is, once again, I'm going to butcher this. It is a pseudomorph barite after stromalite, Cretaceous period, something Mergoza, Canephra, Providence, Sahara Desert, Morocco. I'm sorry, that's the best that I could do. It's a piece of barite. Oops, let's see. Here we go. And it was just a little cutie. I liked the way that it was. I liked the way that it was shaped, like a little flower, almost. I just thought that was really pretty. So I got that. And then, oh, my husband had seen this, and that's what he wanted. This is his piece. It's a piece of calcite from Elmwood Mine in Carthage, Tennessee. And it kind of looks like my piece of, right there, that stellar beam calcite that's named Sabrina. It's dog tooth on both sides. He said this could be its little brother or sister. So it is a dog tooth, both sides, stellar beam calcite that he got that will fit on his, side table where he watches television. I so apologize for the glare. But I think you get the idea of what it looks like. So it is pretty, very pretty. So I'm so happy he found that piece that he really likes. I also got from them this blue bearite from Stoneham County, Colorado. This is a piece of blue bearite, bladed, as you can see. Very interesting. I like to look everywhere. I like to see it from all angles. I also got a piece of this. I had a dream a couple of years ago. I have dreams about crystals sometimes, and I dreamt about that I had gone somewhere, gotten a piece of Wavelite, and I woke up and I was like, is that even a crystal? And so I went to my crystal books and looked it up, and sure enough it was. And at our local rock shop, I got like a little piece of Wavelite, but this is a larger specimen, and I'll show you what I like that my other one doesn't have. This is from Hot Springs, Arizona, and this is green. And see this right here, how it looks kind of like a lime that has been sliced. My other one just has like a piece like this on it, and it's real tiny. But I love it when you can see the parts that look like sliced limes to me. I'm always thinking about my stomach. This is the bottom. Look at the sliced limes. So cute. And then the bitroidal forms, bubbly forms. So that's Wavelite. And we're at our last vendor. This was Bay Rocks LLC, Wallace K, Slabs, Rough, Minerals, Crystals. And they had really good prices also, really decent prices. It was an older couple that was selling these, and I really liked them. They had a really good demeanors. This is just a piece of black tourmaline. This is the Shoral variety with the striations here. We can never find the kind, unless it's real tiny, the solid kind that I love from China. I want like some huge pieces of that, but we can't ever find it here. I mean, one day we will, but for now, black tourmaline is black tourmaline, and that's what we got. And I just got that as another, EMF protector, because I have them on by all computers, televisions, microwave, any place I can put them, I put them. My whole house is gridded with black tourmaline in every room and the entire house. So yeah, I'm kind of a freak about it. This is called, and I didn't know of this, and I haven't read about it or looked it up or anything, but it's called Garnierite. I don't know. It's from Africa. And I just thought that it was pretty, of course. And if you look at it, I don't know if you can see it, it kind of catches a flash. Kind of fluorescently, it almost looks like. I don't know that it's really doing it here. But anyway, you get the idea. And then the back is not quite as dark green as the front, but still very pretty. And 4 more pieces. Here is Angelite. I love Angelite. This is just a bigger piece. I have some like tumbled stones of Angelite, and this is just a bigger piece. It's just rough on the back and polished on the front, which is my very favorite way. And my favorite stones are that way, you know, that they're part polished and part raw, because the crystal can look so different when it's polished that you sometimes wouldn't even know what it was when it was raw. But I like both. I like both on there. And then if I can't get one crystal that has both, I have to get, you know, raw and polished. I also have been wanting one of these agate slices for a while. And they had it's from Brazil. They actually had the best price of anybody at the show. So I got this agate slice, which I thought was really pretty. Just sliced. Isn't that pretty? I just thought that was so pretty. It's not a real deep purple, but I like it. And then 2 more pieces. I got, this is Green Tree Agate, and it's just a rough piece of Green Tree Agate that I have plants that I keep in my windowsill and on my counter by my sink. I love orchids. I grow orchids and I love them, and I have African violets and I have some herbs which are very difficult to grow in Florida. So I try to grow them indoor, and actually they're failing the worst, but tree agate and moss agate are good to put with those plants. So I'm going to set this on the sink ledge for them. And then the last piece we got is called Rosetta Stone from, I think it's Mexico, but let me, yeah, Rosetta Stone from Mexico. And I just got it because it was pretty. Just to sit somewhere. The bottom of it. I don't even know how I'll set it. I think set it this way, because this part right here really doesn't look, you know, have anything that like this. This part is quite colorful. That actually looks like some iron on there. And this is the prettiest area of the stone. So that, is our annual Jacksonville Gem Show haul, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'm trying to think, was there anything else? I think there was one more thing that I had. Oh, here it is. Oh, not a crystal. Oh, Lord, I dropped it on the floor. Forgive me. I'm a klutz. And that's all right. I can figure out where the... Oh, of course it would go underneath there. Oh, goodness. This was just our flyer from the Jacksonville Gem Show. And inside it shows all the various vendors. And I always mark who are ours. And of course, the minute we walk in the door, of course, they have this online too, but I never am that organized to look ahead. But like, we'll look at it as we're going in the door and be like, oh, so-and-so is here. Thank goodness. I'm going to see if they have whatever I'm looking for. Or, oh, I forgot to show you this. This was from Rock Belly also. I put it to the side because so pretty. It's a little tiny piece of natural citrine that looks so cool and earthy. It's just so earthy looking. And we had purchased so much from them and talked to them so much. He told us that there's women, it was a group of women that dig this, and then they go to like the show in Tucson or wherever and sell them, you know, there to the buyers there. And that's how they, you know, have money, you know, to build and to educate and whatnot in their area. And this one, I was looking at these and didn't end up getting one. And I was like, no, I'm not going to get that. I've got to stop. And so as I was paying for my purchase, he goes, go over there and pick one of those out just as a gift from me. And I thought that was really nice. I mean, really nice. So I did, and I got one, and I just think it's the cutest thing ever. The only thing else I've got going on, whew, this came in the mail. My floor is dusty. That went underneath this cabinet here, and it's got dust on it. This came from Deviant Moon, and thank you, Monique, if you watch this from Something Woo. I love her channel. I can't believe I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, y'all, I'm sure know Monique from, is it Serious Woo or something like that? Anyway, she's a hoot. And when I showed my Oracle card set, the little mini card set, a couple weeks ago, in the comments, she asked me, did I get this harp card? I guess it's a skeleton card. I don't know what this thing is that they're in, but some plastic type of sleeve, I guess to protect it in shipping. But I got, oh, it's the harp card and the shovel. And she said, all you have to do is go to the website, and these are the backs. Go to the website and, you know, tell them that you want them. And I think it was like a buck, maybe $1.25 or whatever. And they sent them to me, mailed them to me. So I was excited. But my husband had said, now what is this? And I said, oh, don't worry about it. So anyway, the only other thing I got, I showed you my Philip Permit Volume 2 that I got in the mail the other day. And then when I was at the show, I'm always meaning to get this little tiny, the Pocket Book of Stones, Robert Simmons, you know, the great big one that I have. It's very hard to carry or whatever. And I wanted to get one of these, especially like to take to a show or whatever. And I saw them there, and I real quick Googled what the price, they were $14.95 there. And I Googled the price on Amazon. I'm a Prime member, and it was like $11.25. I was like, nah, I'll just go ahead and get it from Prime, and then I don't have to carry it around today. But I just wanted to get one so that it's more convenient to take with me and to handle for me. I was going to show you one other thing, but I don't have it with me. Oh, yes, I do. Let me get up again. I apologize. I'm not very organized, am I? Story of my life these days. It used to not be that way. This is a little bag that I took with a bunch of bubble wrap in it to the show. You know, to put crystals, because sometimes they just give you a little plastic bag and a little piece of paper wrapped up. And then when you have a bunch of stones, it might hurt one of the other ones. But I don't know if you do. I do. I keep a spreadsheet on Excel of all my crystals, and I list them, you know, like this as agate, carnelian, agate, quartz, amazonite, amber, amethyst, you know, everything. It, like, we'll put it in alphabetical order. It will number it so you know how many crystals you have. This one that I printed out instead of my husband, and it didn't number it. But, you know, I only started out a few years ago with a little handful of tumbled stones. I walked in this shop and I was like, oh, those are so pretty. And you quickly forget what you when you get more and more and more, you forget what you have and and what size. Like, I'll think, oh, I think I have a piece of that, but I think it's little, or I think it's polished. I don't have it right. I can't remember. So on this, I put the name of the stone, the size, I measure them, the color, because different stones like green aventurine, yellow aventurine, you know, there's all different kinds. And then I put where it's located, what bin, because I keep mine organized in these plastic bins. I don't know if I've showed that or not, but then I keep them that way. And I put the number, because sometimes I buy, you know, a few. I put the price down, who we purchased it from, who the seller was. I put the origin of the crystal. Then I put down just like some comments, like I'll put polished power stone, half geode with polished face, chip bottle of chips, polished slice, tiny tumbles, jewelry, like this is a sterling silver pendant, blah, raw, cluster, point, you know, and I do that, and that way, after you get, you know, because I think I have like about 500 crystals now, and I cannot remember. I cannot remember. And, you know, not all of them are great big crystals. It could be like 30 little tiny carnelians that I put in my fountain, in my water fountain or whatever. So don't think, oh my God, because they're not all, you know, like big pieces. Some of them are a bunch of little tiny pieces. So don't like think, oh my God. But anyway, it's something to do, and I started doing it pretty early on because I knew that I was forgetting it, because I was reading so much and going to so many websites and had books, and it got to where I couldn't remember if I saw it at a store, saw it in a book, you know, purchased it and had it. I just couldn't remember, and I was like, this is ridiculous. So it was quite a task. I mean, I didn't have a whole lot, but it was, you know, I remember it was a bit of a task when I started it to get it all cataloged, but then I kept up with it because I knew that I did not want to go through that again. And I didn't put this straight on the computer because I can't remember why, because I guess I'm just an idiot, but I've already listed all of the crystals, the seller, you know, the price, the stone, and all that we just purchased at the show. So, oh, that's not it. Oh my gosh, my husband must have drawn that. That is hilarious. I'm gonna have to ask him about that. But anyway, so I'll have to put this onto the Excel spreadsheet, and it would have been smarter just to directly do that. I guess because I'm holding things and moving them around, and there was no room on the table to put the computer. That's what I'm going to say my thinking was anyway. But anyhow, thank you so much for watching. If you stuck around this long, I had a great birthday. Turning 58 is no fun, but you know, what are you going to do? It's a part of life. And I had a great birthday, and I'm very blessed, and I realized this, and I'm very blessed to have all of you watching and commenting and extending friendship to me, which I really appreciate. Thank you so much, everybody. You have a great day. Bye.